Welcome back to We Connect. Going back to that discussion that I'm having, and it's a very interesting one, with Sumathi Iyer, India's one and only woman umpire. Has it been easy to be a woman umpire?
No, I wouldn't say it's been easy, but I've found it so interesting that I couldn't really be bothered whether it was easy or tough, because when the going gets tough, the tough gets going, so I found it was okay.
But you broke the glass ceiling really, Sumathi, when you undertook this, and must have been really hard in the beginning. I want to ask you about those early days as an umpire.
See, as you said, since I was only umpire, I always had to umpire with a male.
Absolutely, yes.
So, and I think during the initial period, I had very good people to be my partners who gave me so much of confidence. Well, I mean, I was also confident myself, but then going out and standing there and just being there for me, it gave me a lot of confidence. And I have umpired so many of the nationals and zonal games along with the international umpire men.
You're right.
Okay, and all of them, whoever umpired with me, when they walked off the field, they had a great experience with me.
Really?
And I shared the same with them, because I felt there were moments when I was able to give them confidence just by my presence there, while in fact I was looking up to them for confidence.
Right. Let me talk about the other side of you and your professional life, because you are also a full-time marketing manager in the Canara Bank. So how do you manage to blend the two worlds? Do they blend? Do they mix? How do you cope?
Well, I have to. It has been blending very nicely so far. In fact, it was this game of cricket which I played, which got me this job in Canara Bank. I got into the bank on sports quota. And well, I think over a period of time, whatever assignment have been given in the bank, they found that I had excelled, and I was almost being the best in the bank.
Right.
And when this marketing assignment was given to me, I was the only lady, where the others were all men, and they found that I had done extremely well in this field also.
Good for you, quite a lady, good banker, a good umpire. Now what about younger women nowadays? Is there an umpiring school that they can go to where they might be able to learn?
Well, there isn't any school as such.
Why don't you start one?
There isn't any school as such, and TNC, that is Tamil Nadu Cricket Association, just before the exams, there are people who conduct classes, who are, they are the people, recognized people, and they take coaching classes, and interested persons can go register their names, and whenever, just before the exam, a few months before the exam, they start taking these classes. And let me tell you, these classes are just not enough.
Right.
There's a lot more need to be done beyond these classes. Well, as a player, I had that advantage. And if you're not a player, there needs to be a lot more discussion, need to be a lot more open session beyond the classrooms.
Right.
Because I think it's an ocean, Jennifer. And the more you learn, there is, more to it.
When you say it's an ocean, does it mean that you, Sumathi Iyer, have to pull strings to get a big match to umpire? Tell me the truth, how does it work? I
mean, so far, if at all I'm in this position now, I didn't have to pull strings at all, and I don't believe in pulling strings. It is my hard work, it is my performance which has brought me to this position. Of course, goes with my performance and my track record, the blessings of people and everybody. Okay, and I will never want to tread the other path to go up in my life. Never. I mean, I have gone through 50% of my journey, following my principles. Right. And rest of my journey, I will ensure that I don't fall, I don't lose track.
Right. You're a remarkable lady. Now, we've also got women's cricket team. We have a woman coach for the women's team. Where do you see women's cricket?
Well, there's an excellent future for women's cricket. Now that BCCI has taken over women's cricket, I mean, ICC has all over the world has told the cricketing body of all the countries to recognize women's cricket. And now you see there's so much of women's cricket. I mean, you open any of the cricketing, the sports channel, you can see the different countries playing matches, which is there for them to see. The same thing is happening here. So many matches being played, and the girls are getting a better comfort, be it travel, be it infrastructure, I mean, be it whatever, and they are getting to play in international stadiums. I mean, that's wonderful.
Which didn't happen that many years
ago. It wasn't there. And now, let me tell you, those days we would never have even a wicket. We would just go and play in any corporation ground. But now, all matches are played on turf wicket. So they get to play on turf. I mean, it's wonderful that the girls are getting all these comfort.
Right.
And I think definitely in the years to come, you're going to see a lot more.
But Sumathi, do you ever see women's cricket achieving the status, maybe even 10 years from today, maybe even 15 years from today, do you ever see it reaching the status of men's cricket in this country?
No, I for one will never want to compare men's cricket and women's cricket.
Why do you say that?
I mean, when we do that, be it men's tennis, men's hockey, women's hockey, I think each of them need to be looked at with its own entity. Once you compare, there's somewhere we get lost. And I think it's going to be, it's not fruitful.
Okay.
We are not really going to end up,
Fair enough.
what we're going
okay.
to do. What I would say is, yes, with the given scenario, I see the future for women's cricket very good. And definitely with the talent available, we are going to be a major. In fact, the World Cup is just coming up for the women's, and the last World Cup we had entered the finals. We lost out in the finals. So it's good, Jennifer, that the women have also raised the bar and the standard of cricket has come up. And the future is very good. And I think the job opportunities which were not available to us when we were playing the game, so much of it is available for them. Apart from that, there is also money coming in, though not big money. There is something coming in for them. The association, local associations are all encouraging them. I think women should, I think girl child, if you have a girl child, if you know of many, the schools where there are girl children and colleges where there are girls, I think they should be encouraging women because the future is very good.
Right. That was going to be my next question actually. Do you believe that young women and say girls in schools, in girls' schools for instance, are actually being encouraged in this area, or is it that they're going to different types of games? What do you think from your experience? Have you seen enough encouragement being given?
Let me tell you, like not many schools, I would say just hardly 1 or 2 schools have cricket grounds. Face this bare, reality.
It's a fact.
How many schools have playground? If there is a ground, there is a building. They would prefer a building than to a playground.
Right.
Right? So there are very, very, very few schools who have a playground which is sufficient enough to have a cricket field.
Yes.
So those schools we are approaching and telling them, please, when you're talking about boys cricket, under 14, under 16, please introduce women's cricket. We are just laying the
foundations really. Right. Once again, time for us to take a very short break, Sumathi, but we'll be right back. You don't go anywhere. Please stay right here with us on We Connect. Get back to you in just a very short while.